Hello, my name is Brian Ferguson, and I'm one of the assistant principals at Carolina High School. Thank you so much for working with our students, and I'm going to walk you through a little bit about college and career readiness and your role as an employer that can really assist our students in attaining what we call college and career readiness. One of the areas that we work on is what's called CCR, or college and career readiness. And it really just looks at various aspects of the student's education, all the way from college readiness, all the way down to career readiness, and all the individual pieces within that. One specific area is what we call work based learning. And work based learning is what you have in front of you today. There is an employability evaluation that we want to partner with you on to ensure that our students have a quality work based learning experience that can help demonstrate their readiness for career, which also allows them to have college and career readiness as an indicator in their education. So, the work based learning contract is something that you have in front of you right here. First off, I want to talk through the cover sheet. The cover sheet is really just there to help you as an employer identify all the different areas on this work based learning contract of what you can do to ensure that that contract is state approved and state ready. First off, I always like to orient you to that first page. This right here has 7 checkboxes. If you go through each checkbox on this page and ensure that you complete according to the instructions, this contract is going to be state approved and good to go. I always like to orient you first to the pages of the contract. You can see up here there are pages 6, 7, as well as page 8. Let me jump over to that document now. This is page 6, the employability evaluation. This one has 4 employability attributes, which I'll explain in just a moment. This is page 6. You can see those page numbers right down at the bottom. This is page 7. There are 6 employability attributes, and you see page 7 down at the bottom. And then finally, we have our other page 8, which is all about workplace and career specific skills. I like to think of this as an improvement plan, which is going to be something that will also help you to make sure that your employee has an area or areas to improve to get better at their position as they work with you. Okay, first off, let's look at that very first checkbox. You need to make sure that you rate your employee on a scale of 1 to 5 on each of those employability attributes. Again, let's go back to that. The employability attributes are these items right here. In the review column, we need a rating of 1 to 5, just 1 to 5, a number, perfectly fine, whatever you'd like. If you'd like to give additional detail, the comment section is just to the right, although that is not required. What we're looking at here is the key to that evaluation score of 1 to 5. 1 means the performance needs improvement, 5 is advanced, and there's all the description in between. For that first checkbox, we need to make sure that each employability attribute has a rating all the way down on pages 6 and 7. That actually covers that first box right there. The second box on pages 6 and 7 are going to help you to fulfill page 8. So what we'd like for you to do is to look at the bullet points and the performance expectations as areas that you'd like these students to improve. And so what we'd like you to do on pages 6 and 7, really looking for 3 to 5 bullet points. Anything that you think that they could improve on, just circle those bullet points, and that will assist us as we go down to page 8. So again, pages 6 and 7, we need to make sure the students are rated 1 to 5 on the review column, and we have circled 3 to 5 performance expectations. All done right there. We move on to page 8. There are 3 areas on page 8 that we would work on. The first one is what is called workplace and career specific skills. We're going to take those skills, those bullet points that you highlighted or circled on pages 6 and 7, and we're going to write those in the skill column right here. Again, only looking for 3 to 5. Make sure that you put those skills down. The next thing that you do is just define it. I like to look at this as, what does it look like in your workplace? For that specific skill, you just describe it. If it means that they need to have more eye contact with customers, then have more eye contact with customers. Whatever you think that is and how it looks in your job, that's what we would put down for that skill definition. And finally, we are now going to rate them on those particular areas. Again, that scale 1 to 5, exactly the same as we had before. We've written the skill, we've described what it looks like in our workplace, and now we've rated. Guess what? Page 8 is actually completely done with those 3 things. Again, you can see the check boxes right here. Finally, and this is very important, we are going to make sure that we sign and date the document, and we're also going to complete the total hours worked. So the supervisor's signature is right here, and the date that you sign that, just put whatever date you signed it and give it back to that student. The last piece, which is critical, is that the total hours worked must be 40 hours or more. I had a student turn in a contract with 1,700 hours. It doesn't need to be that, but it needs to be more than 40. We want to make sure that they have worked 40 hours with you in order for this to be a meaningful work-based learning experience. Again, if you do all of those items and complete each of those checkboxes according to the instructions next to it, we are good to go. This will be a state-approved work-based learning experience for our students, and it will allow them to attain what we call college and career readiness. Again, one of our mission pieces is that we create college and career ready graduates at Carolina High School. Thank you so much for your partnership with us at Carolina.